239 times the U.S. government tested bioweapons on America. And you actually put out a thread, but as I pull that up, can you talk about this article that you wrote?
Yeah, so it's actually I put it up as an article just the other day, but it's also a chapter from my new book, Dangerous Ideas. But so it's been reported on in kind of piecemeal if you really search some of these down. But Business Insider talked about how in September 1950, a U.S. Navy ship off the coast of San Francisco used a giant hose to spray microbes into the air. The military was testing a biological weapon attack, how it would affect the 800,000 residents of the city. At least one person died, thousands sickened. And so this is our military. It's one of 239 times that our military, our government, tested bioweapons on the American people. It didn't stop in 1950. It went on for decades. And there's countless examples of the U.S. literally testing bioweapons on Americans to see, they claim to learn the impact and all these various things. But I kind of went through a bunch of the examples of these, and these are not denied any longer by the U.S. government. Of course, they love to, when things come out 20 years later, they go, "Oh, that was way back then. We would never do anything like that now." But so I went through a lot of the examples of the U.S. testing bioweapons on Americans, and that's from my book, which
that is amazing.
For right now is only for members at leecamp.net, but yeah.
Absolutely. Let me just read a couple of these snippets you have here. And this is just to memorialize what you just said. As Business Insider reported on September 20th, 1950, a naval ship off the coast of San Francisco used a giant hose to spray microbes into the air, into the city's smog. And now think about this. This is 800,000 residents. 800,000 residents. And you're saying now they don't even deny this, but this is a great thread. If anybody follows Lee, make sure you check this out and read it. But what the number that stuck out to me was 239 times. Now, have they stopped is the question, or do you answer that in your book, or do you even address it?
I don't answer it because I don't know the answer, but obviously they continue to test various things on American citizens, including, MK Ultra was the testing of mind control and various drugs. There's the Tuskegee experiments where they, sickened a lot. I don't know the exact number, but a lot of black men, and didn't tell them that they had made them sick or injected them with anything because they wanted to test what the results would be. They told them that they just kind of had quote unquote bad blood, and that's why they felt so sick. And there's just so many examples of this in historically. It is tough to know what continues today because much of it is within, CIA, et cetera, is within black budgets and classified and stuff. So no, I don't really get into whether this is happening today.
Add a couple of things. The same exact thing that they did to black people in the Tuskegee experiment, they did the same thing in Guatemala. There's a lawsuit that may still be going on against Johns Hopkins about that. There's another instance where the CIA tested the mind-altering drugs on an entire town in France, and the people got all freaked out. So yeah, it's going on. And let's not forget the anthrax scare. If you remember, when they did the test on the anthrax, they found that came from Fort Detrick in Maryland. And they said, "Oh, Dr. whatever his name was, so-and-so is the guy who did it." And before they could grab the guy, he committed suicide, surprisingly.
Of course. Meanwhile, the government wonder why people are not trusting of their officials because of their history, because of stuff like this.